It's Dawn with Convo Coffee Roasters with another quick pairing tip for you. And an admission, we made a huge mistake back in 2023. So when was the last time you sat down and said, I think I want to have an apple with my coffee? Generally, you've probably never said that. We always think about cookies or we think about, desserts. But there are coffees that do very well with particular types of snacks that don't actually cross our minds. Back in 2023, we were able to get a top shelf premium coffee. It was from the farm run by Rosenbart Para. It's a Columbian Huila Oparapa. And it didn't sell very well at all. And we were not into pairings the way that we are now. And what we didn't realize is we weren't telling people how they should enjoy this very special coffee. It has a super high cup score. This particular farm has been an award winner multiple times. This particular coffee was not an award winner, but it was super high score and delicious. But it has notes of apple and pear. And the best thing to eat with this coffee is actually a Honeycrisp apple, not a Macintosh, not a Red Delicious, but a Honeycrisp. And I'm going to talk with my mouth full now. So you can pair this coffee with an apple. And when we did our workshop this weekend, we tried it with an apple and peanut butter, and it was fantastic. What I did wrong, what we did wrong, what we didn't know, what we've evolved into, is that you want to avoid very rich, heavy, chocolatey desserts with this particular coffee because it overwhelms it, and heavily spiced foods. So if you got this premium coffee and you sat down with a piece of chocolate cake, it wouldn't do as well. If you sat down and you had something spicy with it, maybe some cinnamon graham crackers or something, wouldn't have done as well. This is coffee that is perfect for an apple with cheese also, and as we discovered, an apple with peanut butter. So I want to talk a little bit while we're here. I have my note on general South American coffee pairing. So our workshop this weekend, we did Colombia, we did a coffee from Peru, and we did 2 coffees from Brazil. One is a pea berry, which will be coming out soon. If you're a subscriber, you'll be getting that soon. And also a Brazil Cerrado, a darker coffee that we roast. It's very oily. It's delicious. But safe pairings for general South American coffees would be chocolates, except for this one. This one didn't follow the rules. Stone fruits like apricots and plums and those kinds of things are typically very safe with a South American coffee. Nuts do very well, walnuts especially. Dulce leche, and I know I said that wrong, I apologize, and caramel flavor. So caramel notes do really well. Vanilla-based, very simple desserts do very well. And regional cheeses like queso fresco. And then plantains, if they're not too sweet, also do very well with South American coffees generally. Now let's talk about the foods to avoid. If you're choosing something from Colombia, Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, there are a lot of great coffees that come from South America. You want to avoid that very heavy, strong cheese like a blue cheese. It's not going to do well. These are avoid foods. Very spicy foods. Spicy foods, again, kind of can overwhelm these flavors, and it can make it a little muddy. Heavily seasoned, savory foods. So we have some recipes that'll be coming out in the future that use a Colombian coffee, but we also aren't pairing that with very heavy, spicy things. We've got a meatball recipe that'll be coming out very soon. Delicious, made with a Colombian coffee. However, it doesn't have super spiciness in there. Mint and menthol. It's best if you don't put your peppermint creamer inside your delicious cup of a South American coffee. There are other coffees that would pair better with that. We'll get into that in the future. Berries. So a lot of these have citrus flavors, or they're going to have stone fruit flavors, and they're going to have, like this one had pear flavor. Very heavy berry sweet flavors are going to probably clash. So we're going to want to avoid those. And then very heavy cream sauces. Again, if you sat down with a super decadent dessert and ate this, rather than maybe an apple crisp, but you wouldn't use a lot of cinnamon, you'd have that brown sugar sweetness, some Macintosh apples, the sweeter varieties of, I'm sorry, not Macintosh, the Honeycrisp apple, the sweeter varieties of apples, And then anything that's garlicky or onion forward is probably going to be a clash with a lot of your South American coffees. So again, I have to apologize because we didn't actually sell out of this coffee that had a cup score, I think, of 87 or 88, because I'm sure people took it home and they're like, it's a premium. Let's have it with, some chocolate cake or some cookies or something. And actually, that's not the best way to enjoy this coffee. Now, luckily, we didn't roast it all. And in our climate controlled warehouse, we're actually able to store coffee green for a couple of years, like up to 3 years. So we actually still have a little bit of this 2023 harvest. It started harvesting in 2022. So it's Rosenbach Para 22. It was actually harvested the rest in 23. And so we actually still have some of this. If you're interested, just let us know. Make a comment, go to our online store, send us a message. And if you want, during this month of March, we're going to have Honey Crisp apples here in the store. And you're welcome to come in and try some of this amazing Colombian coffee with some apple and see if you don't detect the amazing subtle flavors of apple and pear, and if you don't actually find this elevating your experience. So this is Dawn again, Arabica Coffee Roasters, South American Pairings. I'll talk to you soon.